All right, I think we're back.
Maybe.
Let's see if we can get some people in the chat. If you're here in the chat, let me know.
Is it working? Yay!
All right, all right.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I got to plug this thing in every time. I made sure it said it had. It said that it had battery. It said that it was like.
It said it had 45 minutes worth of battery or
Yeah, it
something.
said 75% or something, and I don't know.
Maybe it's time for a new laptop.
Oh, that's why we got to be thinking about whether or not we to take 10% off the table. What? You don't want to sell Bitcoin to buy a laptop so that we can continue to make YouTube videos?
Oh, for the love of God, shut up. All right. So.
I don't know where we were before I had to hop up, go run in the house, find an extension cord, a splitter, the plug to the laptop. And then I came back and I said it was still running, but I couldn't get the camera to come on with it. Man, YouTube keeps changing this stuff up. I liked it when they had the Google Hangouts to do
Yeah.
It was so nice. I could get
easy.
people to come in, and they're just gonna make it complicated now. But such is life. Such is life.
For real, it was so easy. I was like, oh, hold on, done. All right, so we have Brian back.
All right, Brian.
Back. John from
Malibu. Nice. I'm glad that you made it.
John says, and yet still more professional than CNN. Us. And all of our flaws and faults. And our camera angles and the wrong speakers and God knows what else you got going on right now, YouTube-ness. I love this studio.
We got Fabric came in the other day, right, for this bench here.
That probably was loud. Sorry, guys.
Oh. See the color pattern?
Kind of. It's goldish. No, that's
I don't know. All right. It's a. I don't know. It looks like an antique floral pattern with some teal, and it's like lined in gold, but black is the base.
It's like roses and flowers. Yeah. I am. What?
Oh, buddy. Nice.
He says he's traveling the world. Nice. How about nice, Shelly? Hello.
Awesome. I'm glad that you guys are making it to the chat. We're just hanging out in the school bus. We didn't have any work this afternoon. Didn't have anything going on.
It's supposed to rain. I don't know. It is looking like that's
possible.
Possible.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still pretty freaking hot.
Dude, Florida, they lie to you all the time about the weather. I'm just saying. Mike is here.
Mike, nice. I'm glad that you made it, my friend.
Well, he said hello from the very hot Tennessee. Yeah. Dude, like, New York is hot. Everywhere is hot. Like, whoo. I don't know.
I know, I seen that thing on the news where they had the blackout and everybody was standing out on their stoop because it was so hot and their air conditioners weren't working.
Oh, was that when the Broadway show went outside?
Yeah, when the Broadway show went outside.
That's cool. I mean, we are definitely more preparable. Like, I'm okay with 90 and 100 degree weather a lot more than probably anybody from New York.
Oh, we live in it. Yeah. We've acclimated to it.
That's not word. All right. So, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the bus. We were talking about the paint on here. I thought that we had just finished talking about how we used that Valspar stuff that's supposed to make it look weathered.
Yes, the weathered glaze.
But we're not super happy, or I'm not super happy because it didn't look like it was working. Like, it says to put it on in between, and I painted it, and I put it on, and then I waited, and I put the other one on, and it seems like the most weathered spots are in the cracks and the corners.
So, FYI, Eugene is not a super patient person.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was dry, like the glazy stuff was dry, right? And he was like, all right. So, and we did read the instructions, watched a couple YouTubes. I mean, the whole 9 yards. So, he went and he was like, I'm going to put the other paint on, man. Like, that's happening. And it was also dry. Like, it was dry and it didn't seem like it was doing anything. And now all of the spots that was the first go around is the most weathered. So I don't know what we did exactly wrong, but we did something slightly wrong because it should. I mean, it should be a lot more weathered. As much goop as you put on it now. We also still have to put the wax.
Yeah, there's a seal or wax to close it all off.
All right, where are we at? Okay. Oh my lord. All right. So you, Brian said that they want some heat here. August. It should be summer, and it's 19 degrees.
Woo!
Yeah, that is pretty cold. John from Malibu, 72. That's cool for Malibu. Like, I don't want to say, but come on now.
What, that GW stuff?
I'm just going with it, you know. I don't know. There should not be this many equator flipping moments going on.
I mean, I'd say the bigger one is I like how the hurricane is headed for Louisiana.
Oh my God!
And
On the
gonna go
anniversary.
from a tropical depression straight into a category in the nuts.
Which I'm pretty sure was what Katrina was, which
Yeah.
is also, that's the anniversary.
But it looks like it's also going to be about the same exact time the news gets to stop reporting the stuff about Afghanistan.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
Sunday, Monday.
coinciding this weekend of, let's stop talking about Afghanistan and let's really talk about how everyone in Louisiana is having a big problem again.
I mean, okay, so the Jen Psaki lady, I don't know. She's a little feisty because that's the one that does the like after whatevers. And yeah, I mean, I hope they get everybody out that wants to get out. I hope it goes well. I hope it's not super badness. I don't know. Cause yeah, we got like 5 days, 4 days. I don't even know. The 31st. So that.
I think today's the 28th.
Yeah, it is.
So 3.
Woohoo! Yeah.
But what, the hurricane's supposed to hit Sunday, Monday?
I think it's Sunday night.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the predicted. Oh, what? You're a big weird black mom. That's the predicted. We'll find out. Okay. I am for him says gonna run. Gonna miss my flight from the wall. You're not funny, man.
You have fun, my friend. I do appreciate you stopping by and see everything amazing out there
I'm
for
so
us.
like
Yeah.
It's so nice to hear from you. You should stop by more often. Although, obviously, you're having fun. Someday we'll road travel, right? We've done it separately. Multiple times.
Well, I mean, the bus is going to get us around the United States, right? And that's between now and retirement.
Yes.
And then when we go to retire and Bitcoin's $1 million.
Well, I mean, it'll also get us to the other borders, the Mexican and the Canadian border. You can drive right over those,
Yeah.
So
I've seen Canada enough. I'm good with that place.
I've never seen Canada, but I mean, I'm not going to say that I've ever had aspirations to see Canada. We'll just go with that.
The smell's faded off. The ceiling looks pretty good for having the third coat on it.
It does. I mean, it is nice. And it's shiny. That's good.
Yeah,
too.
it's shiny and bright again.
Mike says the bus looks awesome. And Mike, obviously, texted Zaza, and now Zaza's here. So,
Zaza, buddy.
Hi, Zaza.
Yeah, we're still working on it. We were talking about curtains. That's where we were. I found...
we were. There we go.
Instead of doing, a long curtain for the whole thing, because that's what a lot of people do, and then they try to do other stuff that's not like a real curtain rod.
Yeah, a lot of copper piping and that.
Yeah, like
stuff.
copper piping and little roll-up stuff with magnets. I don't know. I found normal curtain rods that I like that, what is it? It's like the railings that you screw down where it has the circle with the 4 holes and the pipe come out of it and then it goes to the other direction and it shoots back, but it's the whole, like a circle. And you just put some screws through it. Mm-hmm. And they were coming in all different sizes, and I was thinking we were going to do a small one in the front, a medium one here, and then a medium one, so there'd be 3 different curtains. And we're going to do different Day of the Dead curtain pattern fabrics for each one, so that it looks different. And then it'll be 3 medium sizes on this one, and then 3 different fabrics on this size too. So when you look around the bus, there'll be all this different Day of the Dead fabric. And then they're going to be real curtain rods instead of all that stuff you see other people doing in their schoolies. But instead of screws, I'm going to pop rivet them in.
I mean, we're not really super concerned about what people can see on the outside. You know, like, because, okay, a lot of them, granted, there are a lot of chicks that are the ones that are doing the sewing for some reason. And
Oh, sewing double-sided
doubles
curtain.
or insulation or blackout this or that. And it's like, I don't at any point in time need my living quarters or where I'm in to not reflect what the outside is. You know, you don't need blackout curtains. We're never going to need insulation. And I don't really care if the curtains are closed. So you don't get to see the pretty fabric.
Well, I mean, you'd only close the curtains if you were on the inside. Otherwise, you kind of always have the curtains like pulled together and tied, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would go with that. Brian said that he went to Benton's YouTube channel and thankfully he is there and doing okay.
That is amazing.
Yay!
That is the best news I've heard all day. Thank you very much for telling and making that like knowledge for all of us, Brian, because we had been worried about that one. Me and Samantha had discussed it the other day. We were talking to ourselves and we were saying, we were thinking worst case scenario and that how sad it was that we had lost touch towards the end, like we were thinking, and that we were upset with ourselves for going out like that, right? Because that Benjamin hadn't stopped by the channel, but that doesn't mean anything. We should go out and see his channel.
Yep.
And we should go out and see more channels. And I've been telling ourselves that we need to do more and be more active in other people's communities instead of just hoping that people come to our community.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, me and Sam have been discussing, and we want to keep this video, the show, kind of like it has been, right? Where it's like Bitcoin focused. But I don't want to keep coming out here and thinking that I have to have specific words and knowledge and stuff to say. I'm always open to talk about Bitcoin. I'm always willing to answer questions or give my opinion. But like I keep saying, we got a little shit going on. The bus, business, life, everything that's happening. The world definitely seems to be getting way more intense. I'm going to come out here and talk about those things. Those are the things I'm going to keep trying to bring to the video. Hopefully we can bring in some more viewers. Hopefully we can get the subscriber count back up, get more people in the chat, because the conversation is really what makes this channel what it is. So don't get discouraged if you're here and you're watching and you're not really into the schooly stuff or any of our... we're not really political, but our views on everything that's happening in the world.
Yeah, we have opinions, yeah.
But if you do have cryptocurrency questions, I know I've been directing more people to the channel if they have questions. If you have questions or something specific that you want to talk about, please. That is Samantha's main purpose here, is to bring your questions of crypto to our lives so that we can give you our opinions. Not that they're any better than anyone else. But hey, we're out here hanging out, talking about our stuff, talking about life, answering crypto questions.
Mike
How much
says
more fun can it get than that?
that we need to plan a place to all meet up sometime. Okay, right? There is like 30 of us here in total. If we actually get our shit together and it is like next year, right? I mean, in 1 year, we can't all figure out how to meet somewhere. I mean, I don't actually care where. It doesn't matter. Anybody else can jump from Malibu's place. Yeah.
I don't know. I keep looking over at Oregon. There's a lot of woods out there.
One of the schoolies that we watch or whatever, yes. And there is a lot, because when they go other things and stuff, they're like going through state parks that are like hundreds of thousands of miles and that you can walk in weeks and stuff. And it's like, oh, Florida doesn't have that. You run into the ocean and it's like swamp eventually. Like, you can't just keep it trekking forever.
Yeah. I mean, they got hiking trails, but getting more than a day on one is kind of rough before you end up at the end.
Oh yeah, and snake boots, those are not comfortable. And you do need them. It's not a maybe kind of, no. No.
Oh, I know. Remember how me and Samantha used to do some hiking when we had lived in the Zephyr Hills area, which is called the Green Swamp.
Yes.
And water moccasins, man, like crazy. We actually decided to stop hiking in that area because because I lead the way and Samantha follows
Oh yeah,
usually.
because I'm not having spiders in my face.
But
either, that's
I mean,
the other
there must
thing.
have been 3 or 4 different times where we almost got bit. I
Yeah.
remember the last one was pretty intense because I stepped over it and didn't see it.
And I was in the middle of stepping, and our son and one of his friends was like, we were all split between a snake, a very poisonous snake.
Yeah, and after that we were like, yeah, we're done doing this.
And yet again, no snake boots. You know,
Well, 'cause then
you don't need them.
After that, the conversation was, so...
Do we really want to do this again? Yeah.
we were talking about, well, would they actually send a helicopter to airlift us out?
How do you, like, I got 911, but how do you, yes, I am in between the entrance and the end.
I took the blue trail and I walked for an hour.
I think I'm around here. I will start a fire. Oh, don't do that. Okay, what would you like me to do to help you find me as I'm dying? Okay, so Ryan says don't change what we're doing. That's why that he likes our channel. Zaza agrees. And so does Paul Rouleau. And John says, well, then hurry up because he only has 3 weeks before he has to move. So, see, we all can get this together in 3 weeks. Just go out there. This isn't like, wait, is there an earthquake? I don't think there is an earthquake season, right?
Yeah.
They just, whenever.
Yeah.
But this is fire season.
I thought fire season was ending.
I mean, I don't know, the cauldron one or the however Calder or whatever the one that one is, that's still aflame. For sure. I don't know if that's, I think it's in California. Man, we were just watching the news about how they were saying that they were not going to, like, fire insure, like, pretty much the entire freaking state and half of Oregon because of fires.
They were calling people up and canceling their insurance.
Oh, and Zaza, the genius, you'd use latitude and longitude coordinates to get help to find you. Wait, does that mean I need a map? Because that wasn't part of what was there
Well,
either.
you know, your GPS map.
Oh, yeah, ping. I'm pinged.
Hold on, let me send you a pin drop. No, text me a link. His breathing's become real shallow. Hold on.
First off, it would have been me. I was literally mid-over snake. I think I did like the stupid, like the soldier toy. Like, it was like half like stepped and I pivoted and turned towards the kids and was like, happening. Ooh. John says, not me, flare gun. See, that's what I would be saying. Sorry, but that would probably happen. Man, and he's saying it sucks because that's the best place he's ever lived. Man, John, that is some shit.
What?
Then he has to move out of the place. That's the best place he's ever lived.
Oh, because of all the fire stuff?
Listen, in 3 weeks he has to move. That's all the information I have. And that's all the information that really means. But, you know, damn it. I had a couple places that I really liked. Yeah, they're gone.
So, this bus, man, right? We're trying to get it ready for October, right? We got an October 20th date of our first camping.
Yeah, a 3 or 2 day camping excursion.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, from where we were with nothing to where we want to be, it's a lot. I think that we're getting real close. I got to put the sink in. That's my big holdup at the moment, is finding a sink that I like, buying a mini fridge, and then a kitchen table area, like right where you're at, you guys, where the camera's standing. But I keep debating back and forth because I thought I liked making this epoxy table till I did all the work.
I thought I liked it, yeah.
And then it's like there are a few imperfections in here, and they drive me crazy. It's bothering me, and I don't want to like wet sand it and polish it and re-pour epoxy on it. But it's like I wanted to make the dining area is actually really small, and I wanted to do like a half a barrel with a circle top on it, and make epoxy on top of the table, and then 2 like bar stools. But I don't know if I want to make another epoxy table.
Because why? Oh, time's a charm. I'm so sure. All right, where are we at? Okay, so John's not 100% where he's moving to, but he hates living in LA. Well, no. Too noisy, too crowded. JT Irby!
JT!
What?
Whoa!
I am where I am in JT. I love it when, yes! Yes!
Well, thanks for coming. Hit the thumbs up. I love it when you guys get out here. It's amazing when I can do the video at a different time and we get the old viewers to come back. It's really nice.
Yeah, maybe we should just switch it up. I don't know. Yes, we do need to meet up, damn it, because like I don't know. It is pretty awesome. Hey, and then you guys would be able to see my face.
I told Samantha a long time ago that she should be the one out here and I should be the one back there, and we do a lot better. It's just like, all right, like we were saying, we've been watching a lot of these schooly videos. conceptual ideals. You know, we found quite a few that have helped us along with the bus with stuff that we wouldn't have thought of. But man, like 90% of these are young girls that are building buses by themselves with anywhere between 20 and 100,000 followers. It's women. People want to watch women. Like, you guys don't want to watch me out here with my plumber crack trying to fix this floor or something.
No,
but
you get yourself a
Sammy out here in some yoga pants. Let me tell you, everybody be all over this.
I mean, and okay, I'm not. I guess I am going to criticize. I guess this is criticizing. I understand the need or not need for clothing and things of that nature. But yeah, when you're looking at some chick in a sundress and sandals painting a bus, painting the outside of a bus, it just doesn't. It's like, and that's the time you throw on the shoes you don't care about and the sweatpants or the whatevers that you don't care about and this and that. But then you go with, but no one wants to see that, right? And so I guess it's a fuck the sundress because that's what's gonna happen.
I don't know how that happens because I know I've painted the outside of this bus 3 times, and every time I've painted the outside of this bus, no matter what I'm wearing, it has to go into the trash, and I have to take an acetone bath to get it off of me because I'm just completely covered with little speckles of it. My glasses, I literally had to throw away a pair of glasses because I couldn't get the paint off of it, and I had to go buy new glasses.
I mean, for real, I don't even know anymore. It's like, and yes, the one that we watched, we literally watched her. She was a friend of some of the other bus YouTubers, and she did, I think, a grand total of like 10 videos or something now. I mean, not a lot. Definitely not a lot in the grand scheme of YouTube. Like, and she had, about triple the amount of subscribers and triple the amount of viewers for, I mean, everything that she does. And it has to be that she's a girl. She also got a cat. I don't know if that is something, but well, yeah.
We also talk a lot about YouTube's algorithm and being shadow banned and this and that. And it's different worlds on YouTube. You know, people that are on there looking up schoolies and alternative living and all that kind of stuff. They seem a lot more willing to watch anything, right? Not really looking for content. Cryptocurrency people, man, they're harsh. You get out here and you got a bad mic or a bad camera, the first thing they are saying in the chat, you suck, your camera sucks, spend some money.
You got some money, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the difference. You know, people that are out there trying to watch schooly videos and alternative, they're looking for something that they're missing in their life and hoping to watch this. It's like, I would like to do that someday. And people that are watching cryptocurrency, usually they're looking for knowledge or the next get-rich-quick scheme. So, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be the get-rich-quick scheme. I don't want to keep sitting out and trying to sell anybody anything. Definitely like talking about my life. And I want to talk about your guys' life, right?
JT says that he's been big. I think mobile is the best plan right now, honestly. I'm thinking of doing the same thing. And John said, case closed, I'm getting a bus. Right? There you go, man. Then it doesn't matter where you live.
Hey, well, this is what you do. Everybody I've been talking to, the shorter buses are better. Like, it's easier on insurance, easier on gas. It's just that the living, if you don't have kids or 5 dogs that are trying to live with you on the bus, you can do it.
We've also see people that do, though, and do
you that. You can do it with our size bus. This is 24 feet front to back. Yeah. Living space area is 17 feet inside from the driver all the way to the back. I could get a bathroom in here if I wanted. It's just it's extra work. But yeah, man, you come bring your bus. I got plenty of room for you to park. I got a 220 outlet. We'll hook you up and I'll help you build it. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a second round on this one. Actually, I'd like to build someone else's bus where I'm not footing the bill on material. Because I also didn't have much of a budget for this because we spent so much in the beginning to redo the motor and the transmission.
Oh yeah. And then when we first started, we were like, that was literally when the price of lumber skyrocketed. You were going there being like, so I will take 2 plywood.
I'll take 2 sheets of plywood and 4 2x4s.
Thank you.
$250, not a problem. I only worked most of the day for
And
that.
with the mid-grade level, that's the cheapest. Okay.
Well, I mean, I put down the OSD board on the floor, and a lot of people say that that's not really the best idea for a subfloor because it's not really great for water, right? Like it's, it gets all flaky and stuff when you get water on it. What I did is I put it down and I caulked all of the seams and I painted the shit out of this with the Elastos painting that's like rubber.
And then,
and I mean, we're gonna put a floor in on top of it, but I mean, I'm not putting a floor in until I'm almost done. Like one of the floors is gonna be one of the last things.
Yeah, I mean, stuff's splattered everywhere on this bad boy right now.
But I think that the rubber Elastos on it is holding it together pretty well, considering that. I mean, it's been down for 2.5 months, and I've been in here every day.
Yep.
Spilled water on it and everything else.
Yep. Left the window open while it rained. That was cool.
Yeah.
Mike says he's now in his little MX-5, driving to our show in 95 heat with 90 humidity. It's fun. Oh,
you just got that Florida weather. I mean, in Florida, it's been. I keep telling Sam, like, we get to a job and stuff, and it's like, she's like, "Oh, it's raining. It's raining." I'm like, "No, we're raining. Like the moisture is just sticking to us, and then accumulates and forms the beads on you." But it's like I haven't even lifted my arms and legs and done any work yet, and I can just see the moisture in the air just forming water droplets and magnetically sticking to me.
So JT says that he's been looking at used RVs, would love an Airstream. That fifth wheel, and then I have to buy a truck. Not practical. Okay, so we love Airstreams.
Yeah, we love Airstreams.
Love. However,
expensive. So much
super
money.
Expensive. Also, yes.
The Bambis are beautiful. I would love to get a Bambi to pull with this thing.
Oh my god, we look so ridiculous. I'd love it. But yeah, I mean, okay, coming from people who wash and do things to RVs, no one is ever happy with their RV.
Nobody's ever happy with their RV. I was actually an RV tech for 2.5, 3 years before a lot of different jobs.
Yeah.
Before I moved here, like when we were over in the Tampa area, that's what I did with a mobile guy named Kevin. And I mean, he taught me quite a bit. I did a lot of stuff from slide outs to heaters and air conditioning. Nobody's happy. Yeah, they're made too cheaply in a factory by a bunch of guys that really don't care. You know, there's so many big corporations and stuff involved that they don't. A lot of times, like, you get it and they're under warranty, and then they'll just be like, "Oh, well, you got to bring it back to the," and it's like the plants in Tennessee or whatever, and it's like you bought in a General RV in Florida.
I mean, okay, yes, we had pondered for a very short amount of time getting like an older one that was aluminum, like not gel coated fiberglass.
The loose stripe board on the side, the ones that are metal.
But in the end, I still think it's going to be cheaper than all of that to do the bus. Like even the fact that because with an RV, at least you have interior already. You know, you're not looking at some giant blank nothing or like what we had, a bunch of freaking chairs we had to rip out. But I mean, I don't know, because that's half of it is every RV is exactly the same. We've been and seen and looked and been in 1,000 of them. They all look identical.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you if that's a freaking Cougar something or a High Country this, or they're all the same. The Montanas, the this, the that. Nothing looks
the
different
Forest
anymore.
Rivers, the Arctic Cats, the Raptors.
The Wolves. All the Jaycos.
I like
all
Tiptons.
The Jaycos.
I love all those Tiptons, those Class A's.
That's because those are the million. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you wash them all, of course you like the ones that are nice.
Paul Reload says a Bitcoin gypsy caravan traveling around constantly. See, that's what we could do, man. Okay, so John gets a bus. JT gets a bus. Let's see. Mike needs a bus, right? Everybody, and then whoever doesn't have a bus, we just pick you up, and then we're all still in buses. So what? We get like 7 buses grand total. I'm sure, come on. And people sell these things completely freaking done if you're not that kind of
Better yet, we have to write on each bus buy, the next bus and the last bus dip, and then Bitcoin symbol on the fourth bus. So as we drive around, it's just one big billboard.
Oh man, or we get some like mural on the butts, just the butts of all the buses. So, and then you just literally make sure that you're always side by side. So, like, no matter what, whoever's behind you is looking at Bitcoin mural. Mm-hmm. All right, where are we at? Yeah, Brian says it is really taking shape though. The bus. I know. I don't know. I do.
I wish that I could show the angles better because there's the you work from the floor up, you work from the top down, right? So I mean, I know that there's details in here. Yeah, you really can't see all of it, right? Like they can see the TV mount up here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's upside down.
Okay. How does Eugene know that?
The writing.
I was sticker.
Before I put it up there, I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, which way? Oh, I wanted to tilt down more. And then I put it up, and as soon as it was up, I looked at it, and I was like, man, why is that writing upside down?
Why is the writing upside down? I don't know, Eugene. Why is the writing upside down?
I don't know why the writing is upside down.
Hiker 9 is here. Yay!
I wish I could show them this counter so that they could see it. Can they see?
Next time we can
they see the top? You can see that this is all burned?
Kind of. You can see the edge better. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's a little bit of an angle. Yes, you can kind of see at least
up
something.
In here.
Yeah. Can you guys see the texture?
I don't know. Like we noticed that everybody films inside their bus with the fisheye lens.
That's what the Hiker 9 was saying, and we got a fisheye lens.
So then yesterday I downloaded like an app on your phone trying to see about the fisheye lens in here. I didn't like the one that we downloaded. It's like super fisheye.
Oh, dude, it's like, you know when you go to the aquarium and they have like the balls that you can get in to look at the fish? It's like that. Very distorted.
But I do see why they film with the fisheye because like I was trying to take some pictures to send my family of this because they had wanted to see it. It's hard, right? It doesn't really show up on camera. Like for some reason, this counter is one of those things that you got to be here to do and see yourself with your human eyes. Because I haven't been able to, like, there's color inside of this, and I can't get it to show up on camera. But when you stand here and you look at it, you can see the reds and oranges inside of where the alligator skin is from the burn. Because I poured that before I put all the clear epoxy, so inside the alligator, like, separation of the wood, there's colored epoxy.
It's supposed to be, like,
it looks like it's fire. It looks like it's on fire when you look at the top side down at it. It looks like it's still burning.
Brian says, yes, they can see it.
Awesome.
All right. JT says, that's what I was going to ask. So they are converting buses to total sustainability like RVs? Yes.
Yes.
I know they're out there, but just don't see a whole lot. Bus is definitely cooler than original. Yes, they do. They make them completely. You could get decks put on top of the roof that can either be like actual decks that you use as more of your like space of, or for solar panels.
Yeah, I mean, you just
gotta run inverters. You can have, batteries, lithium batteries. You can have the whole 9 yards. You don't have to ever dock. You don't have to ever anything.
All right, yeah. I mean, I can talk about the power system. I mean, I haven't bought any of it yet, but I do know what we're going to do because I've already started trying to figure it out. I don't know if you can see, but there's a box here on the wall. Kind of. This box here is going to be the battery side, and I got plans to get 2 100-hour lithium batteries.
So far, we have found out that lithium is the best. But I mean, you can literally daisy chain a bunch of normal car batteries, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, the gel and the lead.
It won't get very long for a battery.
Well, people debate over those things. Lithium is the most modern, and lithium is what I'd like to go with. But 2 lithium batteries, they're running anywhere between $500 and $700 a piece. So that's a big chunk. But once your lithium batteries, you can run everything in here is going to run off DC, except for I'm going to get a small inverter that will run the refrigerator, like a mini fridge when we're like somewhere. And then we're also going to put some plugs here. So that if you got like your laptop or you want to do stuff or for some reason you want to making margaritas and you need to plug in a blender for a few minutes.
Okay, first off, blenders take so much power.
Yeah, but I mean, if I wanted a margarita, I'm going to plug it in.
You get the one in the back, dude.
Okay, and then we found so a lot of people have the solar panels that are stiff and
Yeah.
metal, and they have to put the brackets and the brace to
like they're
hold
an
them.
actual, the
They
whole
have
thing.
solar panels that don't. It's 150 watts, anywhere between 100 and 150 watts. They get out of the metal square ones. We found ones that are actually like on what's it called, plexiglass that
Like more
bend.
like your like I don't know, the first flat screen TVs where it's like a little flexible but not, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you like the ones that.
Yeah.
Well, they bend, so that way I can like not JB weld, but like JB weld them down to the roof.
Like, yes.
To the roof,
Man, Loctite
but they're
makes it
only
really nice.
70 watts.
Mhm.
So I was looking at a couple of those. Then there's also a DC to DC charger where you can go from your regular battery that gets charged up off the alternator, and it smart charges the lithium batteries only when it needs it. One of those is a little under $200. The solar panels, just the two solar panels in the box, I think it was $150 or $175. So now the 2 lithium batteries that are going to run everything can be charged either by the solar panels when they're sun, by the car's alternator when you're running,
Yeah.
and then for $40 you can buy a lithium battery smart charger, like where you put it to your house and then it attaches to the lithium batteries and smart charges the lithium battery.
Yep. When it gets just a little low.
So those would be the 3 ways. And it would be to just, there's going to be a small outlet hole here for shore power, but I'm not going to go 220. I'm just going to go 120, and it will charge the lithium smart charger. And then there'll also be a small jump off to have a couple other plugs. And then for air conditioning, we're going to put in a mini split. It's going to go in the back, right here in this hole, to go outside with the stuff. The other part will mount up in the top and the back, but it's not going to be able to run when we're going down the road, at least not at the moment. We're going to put a generator underneath, and we'll be able to start up the generator when we're camping and things like that, and that will also be another way to charge the lithium batteries, run the air conditioning, run any big major appliances that you needed to do. If I wanted to get in here with a skill saw and stuff, that's how you make the big power.
Ah, Brian's gotta go. He's barbecuing. Bye.
Bye, Brian. I appreciate you coming here and hanging out.
Okay, where are we at? Okay. John from Malibu says, Eugene the Craftsman. Okay, listen, this has been a long, hard road. Okay. Don't give him a big head there. Okay. Real hard road.
Well, I mean, it's just like everything else in life. You know, you can think you know what you're doing. You can be prepared to get at it, but everything's about being in the moment, going through it. You never have all the knowledge on everything until you're here looking at it, doing it. You know, you'll learn things that you never thought you'd learn.
All right, JT. So, you can type in schooliness. I'm trying to think bus conversions, stuff like that to get a better idea. I don't know. See, Eugene's Facebook algorithm of Marketplace just now shows him buses that people are selling and converted buses and stuff because, you know, you, I guess, looked at it so much. But, I mean, we do see them in Marketplace. You can
already
find,
converted.
yeah, or halfway, partially. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. There's also, there's people in places where you can buy a bus and take it to them.
Yes,
and
that's
they
one
do
of the
the,
schoolies we watch.
and that's
yeah.
where this, and they do the conversion for you, where you can say, hey, I want this in there, or I want this in there, or I need it to be like this.
Mhm.
Because we just watched a 30-day school bus conversion where they did a bus about our size with no bathroom.
Yeah, it was two, like, douchebag skateboarders. But, yeah, like, their main thing was, you know, we need all of the skateboards, and we do this, and we need that. So, I mean, you can find people.
There's a lot of differences when it comes to building on the inside because, like I've told you guys before, I can stand up. You know, I got space. This doesn't happen in a normal bus.
No,
Normal bus, I'd have to be like this, and it'd be right here on the back of my head.
Yeah, they have to do a roof raise.
So they got to raise the roof. A lot of them have the extra, the handicap door right here. So they end up making their beds, and then they have like 2 exits, one here and one there.
You know, like a 2-corner, like, yeah, I don't know about
I know, and then it's always a debate because they got the short buses and they got to make the doors right there. I got to here for a queen bed. I mean, because if I'm going out on vacation, that means we're exercising, we're hiking, we're doing stuff, and I want to get a good night's sleep so I can do it again the next day. They keep putting smaller beds in, and it makes it difficult with the door.
Bookshelves and stupid shit, extra, like for no
Yeah.
reason. Where it's like, do you really need your plant shelf to be there?
I mean, my kitchen counter is really high because this is where my wheel well is. I don't know if you can see what this
No,
is.
you can't.
Yeah, there's a box down here
Yeah, we
that's
had to build
probably about
boxes
13
over it.
inches.
On the other side, it has actually the bench is what's hiding that wheel well.
I don't know if this will actually.
So Zaza said that he just started messing with epoxy to pour some parts. Definitely want to do some epoxy. Everybody wants to, Zaza. You just
There
gotta.
you go.
Nope. Yep, there's the bench. Look at you. You've seen half the floor. You see that? That's a pedestal. That's the bench.
But see, I incorporated this bench.
To match that one. Oh,
I incorporated this bench. It's the wheel well is 11 inches, so that makes this whole thing sit higher. But how this cabinet is sitting on this platform because the wheel well's inside there, and super. Oh, let me point it out. It's super packed with insulation, so
Yeah.
hopefully you won't hear the wheels as they're rotating around. It'll take some of the sound out of it.
I mean, because that's super important.
I mean, we've been down the road in this thing, and we know it's loud and shaking and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that is true. Hiker Nights of Bitcoin Party Coffee RV NFT. Wow, that's a lot of abbreviations. RV NFTs. Mm-hmm.
I would tell you, who said they were going to do epoxy?
Oh, Zaza.
Zaza, I'd say if you're going to do epoxy, go for it, man. Just go slow.
Real slow.
Make less.
And a torch, man.
Yeah,
Torch.
get a torch and make sure you make less epoxy than what you think you need. And my biggest one is I did a lot of it out here on my front porch, and I should have set
Better
something
not,
up
yeah.
to be able to put plastic over it. I mean, my biggest thing is I have one spot right here that something freaking fell into it, and it's raised up, and I can flick my finger
Oh, yeah.
across it and feel it.
I've heard about that for 4 days straight.
Oh man, it's like
That's it might need to get wet, like sanded, and it's like, yes, let's do everything 3 times on this table.
Well, the only other thing I really don't like is that right here on the edge, because of the second pour,
Yeah,
You
I don't
can
know.
see-
You
you
can kind of see the ripples. I don't know.
you can
guys
see that
the
it's
ripples?
not like that. Some epoxy stuck to the side in higher levels than in others. And then this area up here had to get poured in 2 different sets, one on this and one on this. And I poured the face with it, you know what I mean, like standing with this up. Then I laid it down and poured this, and when I poured this, there's lines of dribble that you can see them right here that are raised up. So I don't know. I mean, no one's paying me for it, so I don't think it's worth the 20 hours I'd have to get back into it to take them out,
But
considering
I
that
don't
there's
know.
already a lot of characteristic to it, and it's not level.
Nothing is level, even though, I mean, we have lots of epoxy on this table. It is not. And I mean, you sanded it. We did not make it or need it to be completely level. We were trying to get that, like, haggard wood look. But in the end, there's some, like, I mean, you put an apple on that thing and it's going one way or the other. Like,
No.
yeah.
No.
Mm.
It's just not that whole perfectly smooth. They're just little indentations.
This is how he keeps touching it. This is how he keeps finding more things. It's smooth enough, right? Oh, no, it isn't.
Yeah, you can't give me an art project like this. I end up overdoing it.
All right, well, we've been on for 43 minutes this go around.
Well, that's great. I mean, I wanted to get out here and hang out with you guys. I was feeling bad that it had been a minute, trying to make the conversation about more than cryptocurrency. You know, I would like to push this channel into a direction of, this is Eugene and Sam getting out here talking about what we're doing and what we got going on in life. We'd like your input. We wanna hear what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. We want to hear what you're doing, right? Maybe somebody got some great ideas to be passing off to us. Maybe tell us what you're doing and it'll inspire us.
I mean, that usually seems to happen. Mm-hmm. All right, we're good. Oh, Zaza says, good advice. I'm going to start with a very small sticker table. Kudos to you. Yes. Like, I mean, okay, other thing that they don't ever mention, you do actually have to kind of sand and polish the finished thing unless you get a very good last pour. and things
Oh,
of
yeah.
that nature. No one
You watch
seems
all
to
these
ever,
videos, and they just show them pour the epoxy, and then they say, the next day, and it's all done. And it's like somewhere between when they showed you that, they went out there and they wet sanded it. They pulled out a buffer with a wool pad and polished it, and then pulled out another one and polished it again. That's how they look like glass.
Man, and oh my gosh, you're forever ago. Holy crap. Hi. Okay, he says, you have been OG since forever. Glad to see you out here doing your thing. Yes, we are still out here doing our
We're
thing.
still out here,
Yes.
still stacking that Bitcoin, just trying to find things to keep ourselves moving forward. Well, the lulls of Bitcoin come in, right? That's why we're branching out into the bus here. That's why we're trying to get people interested in some of the stuff that we're doing here.
All right. JT's advice is load up on Theta. Wait for the pullback. 100x on ADA for 3 cents all the. Wow. Okay, so that's what you're doing? All right. All right. Oh, Man and Acid. He was wondering if you've been into Hex. No, not recently. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't even. Hex was one of the ones that I was also a free claim off of Bitcoin. I never claimed the Hex. I haven't claimed anything after Bitcoin Gold.
No, we haven't done any of our. No.
Yeah,
no
I don't know.
dividends or whatever you want to call them.
Richard Hart as an individual, I was not a big fan of. So his project didn't bring me any interest. Not that I'm a Bitcoin maximalist or anything, but like I've been saying lately, I don't have, my attention is solely on my business and this bus.
And you guys.
Yep. Trying to get back out here and keep talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but I'm not trying to come up with the next big plan to make myself rich, right? I'm trying to go off, make the money I'm supposed to make every day, and put that extra into Bitcoin. And it's, right, practicing that strong hand, right? That's what we're doing. We're doing the reps. We're doing the cardio, right? You got to do that cardio. Lifting weights is great. It'll give you all those big guns and muscles and everything to show off. But the cardio is what keeps you alive.
It is. You say that, it's kind of important.
Getting out here and continuing to keep the strong hand about knowing I'm not selling. I'm still stacking the stats. I'm not trying to get wrapped up in this project and invest all my Bitcoin in something because I think it's going to the moon. That's our cardio.
JT says that's how. Here comes the airstream. Okay, that's the game plan. That's how you get the airstream. Makes sense. I understand. Yeah. If that's your plan, who is anyone to say that it is not?
The only thing about buying these buses like pre-built is that, of course, I'm dumping money into it, and I'm thousands and thousands of dollars.
And of course, it will still break. It will break.
When I look at the prices of these other buses, they vary wildly from like 24,000 to like 60 and 75,000, and they can look almost the exact same and them wanting double. So some people think their work is worth a lot. But I also keep seeing that when people got to sell their bus, they're willing to take next to nothing for it. Like you could get a pretty halfway converted bus already on the cheap if you're looking for somebody that's trying to get out.
Oh man, it says that's all right. I've been in Bitcoin and in Hex, and your positivity and values remind me totally of the Hex community, and the best for all of you. You've been one of the last with integrity. We've just been still here, man. There's a lot of people that are just falling out. You were here way in the beginning. I know you don't. I will show you his name because I cannot pronounce his last name very well at all, and then you will know who I am talking about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But from that time, how many YouTubers have left? You know what I mean? That was literally the Craig Grant. That was, all of them. That is the time. That I don't even know how many people had integrity back then. That's what we're gonna go.
I always come back to that time that James Bond was like, "What are you doing that's different than everyone else?" And it's like up until that point, it was like I was thinking and trying to. I was looking at other YouTubers and being like, okay, how do I copy that? Oh, they're doing this to get extra money. Oh, they're talking about this. Oh, they're trying to be like that. So I tried to do it too, and it was like, who wants a copycat? Right? Are you trying to copy someone and be better at it? It's like, I don't know. So then I started telling myself that you want to be out here to be genuine, right? That's why you're here, Eugene, because you really do want to talk about crypto with people in the sense that you want them to get it for themselves to better their lives.
Yeah, we really do want to connect with people. Like, that is the whole point. I mean, that is sadly why I came along, because it was too hard for him to connect with you guys on his own while reading a chat and talking. So, I mean, how do you connect? You get a Sammy in the middle. Yep.
Everything's better with a Sammy in the middle.
Haha.
Oh.
Ha. All right. JT says it's a marathon, not a sprint. Heck yeah, Eugene and Sammy style. Sam Gene.
Sam Gene.
All right.
Is that going to do it for this episode?
51 minutes. Yeah, sure. Why
Oh.
not?
I appreciate you guys coming over here to round 2. Yeah, screw that algorithm, because I think that's what's up lately. Is I think that we'd have more viewers. I think that we've been at 2,000 since the days of Bitcoin Ben talking about us on his channel, getting us over that 1,800 mark to 2,000. And I mean, we've slowly come down to about 100 subscribers in the last year and a half since then. We should have picked up more subscribers, right? That's what normal laws would dictate, that we're out here, we're producing video.
No.
We have some decent content for the fact that we're talking about pertinent information. You guys tell us for fun. I think we're fun. I think Sammy's fun. So I don't know why we wouldn't have picked up more subscribers, other than they don't want cryptocurrency. They don't want videos like this. They don't promote that stuff. We're not really helping the algorithm put commercials in front of the videos. For a while, I had taken the monetization off. I put the monetization back on because I thought that maybe YouTube might like us more if
right. They thought they were
if everybody was making a buck off of it.
That didn't do it, I don't think. So, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that you could win on YouTube unless you sold out. If I sold out, I'd be mad at myself.
Man, it's been, I mean, we've never sold out. This is not the time.
So,
no.
I appreciate you guys coming here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This is our life, and I'm glad you guys are part of it. So I'll see you guys around. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.